Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to do something completely new here on the channel. This is more like a monthly roundup of all of the products I've reviewed for a certain month. I must say, like, I review so much different stuff sometimes. I completely understand that people are confused, thinking like, what should I buy or what should I click on for watching this video, because there is so much different stuff. And yeah, I'm quite negative sometimes because the Chinese, or better said, like the manufacturers, are making a lot of crappy products. And of course, for you, it's quite a long journey to watch all of my videos. So this is more like a, let's say, compilation roundup of all the products I've liked and also don't like. And just like a little bit development what happened this month. So what did we review in the last month? We reviewed all kinds of products. Packaged from China, old stuff, new stuff. It's absolutely crazy. Even some updates regarding the Steam Deck. And we played some Turtles. It was quite a mix and quite a crazy month if you ask me. We reviewed a lot of game boxes because they released a shitload of these things, new Pandora's boxes including complete 2-player kits, some weird plug and play devices. I also uploaded some shorts. I just feel the need to make it a short, don't know why. But what made this month extra of a mix is reviewed even older handhelds, unboxed an original Game Boys, and even had some fun with a virtual pinball. So in this video we are going to do a quick recap of a couple of products that I really hated and really liked. So we're starting off the month with some handhelds, and not your typical handheld. I picked up a couple of these old Korean handhelds. They were not also very cheap, but I just wanted to have it in the collection and show you here on the YouTube channel what did we maybe miss out. Yeah, and I can say like I was not like super excited anymore after like reviewing a couple of them. I even realized that the black one was broken. And when you're looking at the price, despite the GP2X with an absolutely beautiful device, they are all like completely overpriced. And I can tell you, like, I spent way too much money on it, especially when you're looking what you can buy for the money. I think for novelty, for just collecting, this is a pretty cool piece of equipment to get. But if you want to play some games, it's absolutely like outdated in many different ways. Despite the Wiz was an absolutely great device, now it's nothing more than a fun novelty. Some time ago we looked at the Sharpen Mini. That was basically like let's say a tablet holder, but the first edition was 3D printed. And I'm just gonna be honest, I think it was a genius move, because maybe you have some old tablets laying around, you can get yourself a case with all the equipment needed, including encode boards and buttons, and you can just slap your old tablet in and you have yourself like a portable mini virtual pinball machine. And I must say I had a lot of fun messing around with this. The product he sent to me was a prototype, and basically that was something I need to take consideration in this video. I messed around with it with the cables. I did manage to put the tablet in. Everything was made very basic, but again, it was a prototype. But now with the new model, everything has been improved. And I can tell you, like, messing around with it was such a blast. Of course, it's just basically a tablet slapped into a wooden case with some buttons, but the experience you're having with this is so different with just you having your phone or a controller attached to it. I think the Sharpen Mini is something pretty damn cool. If you have this old tablet laying around, you can slap some Zen pinball on it, slap it in the case, and make yourself like a very tiny portable pinball machine. And that is what I really liked about it in this month, and I was very excited to build it but also make it. The next product was quite interesting, was the new Kin Hank Super Console X. So this is also based on the S905X3. At first I was thinking, did they just grab a random box out of the storage? But nope. It is just a completely redesigned, or better said, like they slapped something like a spacer between it, slapped a fan on it and tried to improve it. So specification wise, it's not really fancy, like it's just the S905X3 quad core. It comes with a Mali G31 MP2, 4GB RAM, but it has like MULX 4.5. So it had some better cooling, it had like a completely redesign of the case, and I was quite excited to see that they are basically trying to improve just your typical Android boxes. Of course, they're still slapping MULX on it, and yeah, the thing is, like, they try to improve it here and there. Of course, we have more functionalities and of course more compatibilities with different emulators. I must give them some extra kudos for this, because it was a quite interesting box to see. When they remove the cap, you can clearly see what you're going to get in the inside. Yeah, you can see like here and there were some things that I personally didn't really like, but I must just give them some extra kudos for trying. So in the end, it was something new, and I must give them some extra credits for just trying to improve it. But in the end, it's just an S905X3, nothing really fancy. You should like check out the full review if you want to see what it is capable of. But it has some interesting points to it. And finally, I managed to find an AGS 101 Game Boy Advance SP. I wanted to have this thing in my collection for such a long time. It's so much fun to like compare this with an SP, an original one or a normal version, and of course with the new IPS Funny Playing displays. So I'm very happy to have one in very good condition. I almost wanted to say mint because this thing didn't have any scratches whatsoever. So that's pretty damn cool. Also in the video I'm showing you like the differences between the two displays and yeah, how good it was back in the day. To be honest, I was just flabbergasted. But maybe this is less exciting. I also got myself a Game Boy Advance, complete in box, and the purple version. I think it was the one I wanted to have as a kid. I think I bought the black version if I recall correctly. Doesn't even matter. I think it's pretty damn cool to have this one in the collection. I do have like some modified version of the one with the IPS Funny Playing, but I didn't own one complete in the original box. I'm just going to leave this thing as is because I think it's really cool to have in the collection. But again, like we reviewed a lot of, let's say, older handhelds, but also official handhelds on the channel. And it was just fun to do a quick unboxing and talk about my personal experience of the Game Boy Advance. Sharpen is a quite interesting company. He made a lot of different models when it comes to the Sharpen Virtual Pinball Machine. We not only did a review about the mini one, we also did a review about the latest one. That's the Ultra Max. That comes even with an extra display attached to it. It's quite interesting and I was like quite intrigued to see how it actually works. In my opinion, this Sharpen machine was quite cool to look at, like this extra tablet that's attached to it. It works with kind of special software that he basically gives you with the tablet and the Sharpen itself. It literally translates the scoreboard to the tablet. I find it quite interesting because there is no other way to attach this to an Android box. The downside to the machine was that this is still running on the Ultra GT King, and when it comes to all the apps, people did see all of my videos and I know it's going to be more of the same because that's actually what it is. But for people who are just like new to it, it was absolutely something new and exciting. Okay, so something that was worth mentioning was the new Station Gxt. So the thing is, like Station, we've reviewed a couple of these products. Basically, they're like Android boxes. But the reason I personally liked it is because we do have the GT King underneath. Yeah, so he did put the effort to make a very nice sticker. You can still see the glowy eyes. But when you're looking at the specification list, yeah, this thing is quite powerful. I think it's one of the most powerful Android boxes you can get. And when you're looking at some gameplay, you will see in the main review that this thing is capable of running a lot of great things. What I like about the GT King, that it offers a lot of stuff to play. But the problem is that you do have like a big price tag with it. If you're going to buy the box separately or you're going to buy yourself like a kit with controllers and a very nice sticker on it, you need to pay the price for it. And is it worth it? That is something you need to decide. Because up to, let's say, PlayStation 1, there were a lot of, like say, devices that cost less and also can play just fine. And it also counts for Sega Dreamcast. But of course with PlayStation Portable, there we do have some limitations. What made it very unique is that it came with a 1TB drive that you need to slap inside a USB port. In combination with some good controllers, I think the Station Gxt was a quite cool kit that you can pick up and you will have like a lot of fun with it. So the last one I was very excited about was something you would not expect maybe. So this was the new box and this is not from Kinhank. I think it's from a different brand. They also call it the Super Console X to make it even more confusing. Come with the horrible chemical controllers. Same story, same yada yada. But there was something else that I liked. The case. The case is something pretty damn cool. You have it in 3 colors. I bought the translucent one because I like it. But this is very nice because it came with a fan on top, as you can see over here. So in my opinion, it looks very cool, but also has way better cooling. And that is the direction we need to go to. Have like an Android box, an old one, new one, but basically slap some interesting specification on it. A very nice case that looks nice and got some good cooling. So you can use this thing for bloody like a freaking couple of years. Because most of them, like the original first ones, I would not be surprised they could basically like burn out because they are getting way too hot. Okay, when you're looking at the specifications, you were thinking, hey, why are you putting this basically like on top of everything? It's very simple, because the S905X3 is capable of running Sega Saturn, most of the games, Sega Dreamcast, and it's just a great CPU. It's like powerful enough to run most fun systems, because when you're looking at the GXT or the B-Link GT, the previous one, it doesn't even run PSP perfectly, and that's the same with this. So in my opinion, when you're looking at the casing and everything that it has to offer, I think it's pretty damn awesome. But this was one of those products that I personally really liked. I hate the controllers, but you can always use like an Xbox 360 controller on this thing. And I think like it has so much potential, and this is basically the direction that we need to go to. Nice case, good cooling, enough power to run most games, and you will have like many hours of fun. So basically, they improved a lot of things, including an on and off switch, and these are like the products that I personally really liked. Alright, so also I reviewed a Famicom Mini Classic. I came across it and a fellow collector sold it for me for a pretty damn good price, and I was very excited to get it and unbox it with you. So you should like check out the full review if you're interested in this. I did own the NES and the Super NES, the PAL version, but I never owned myself the NES Mini Classic or the Japanese edition. And opportunity like this don't come by very often. So I'm more like, let's grab it and let's see what we're going to get. Because we're going to get a completely different lineup of games. Some weird ones I've never seen before, but also a lot of familiar ones, including some freaking Kirby. The same month, we also did some review about the PC Engine core graphics. I never got an original system, or I did have like the Duo, but back in the day, and I was excited to get this thing in my hand. I know like a couple of versions out there, but I was flabbergasted when it comes to the games. The games are on this, I personally really like them. Also, they are like just PC Engine games and TurboGrafx 16 games, and the library are very nice, like including some Snatcher, some very familiar games like Gradius, and I think it's absolutely a must-have if you can pick it up for not a lot of money. But in the grind of videos I've made in this month, I must say like I really enjoyed making it about the PC Engine. And the reason why, because I'm not really familiar with the original system, so I don't know a lot of titles. After like making the review, I kept on playing with this thing because it's so cool. And the games are on it are absolutely amazing. Not all of them, but most of them are very good. Of course, it's more like a personal taste. And if you need to buy an original system with these games, it's going to be more expensive than buying yourself a mini. So where I really like the GXT from Retro Station, and we have like this amazing HN3 model with an S905X3, this GameBox was just a big disappointment. I just need to be something like of a negative in this video, because I was so excited seeing this. It looks so cool in the picture, like the picture, that is always like the problem. That is just the reason I just needed to have it. And when they're putting professional game chip on the box, man, all the alarm bells are going off in my head. And it's not like it was super duper bad, but there were some things when it comes to the construction of the device. It was a little bit disappointing. The compatibility with a lot of platforms was like the same that we have seen before, but when you're looking at the hardware in combination with the software, it was not like I wished it was. I hope you really enjoyed this video. It was like a quick summary of a couple of products I really liked or I don't like. Let me know in the comments, did you like this video kind? I can always make them like every single month, so they give me like a quick compilation of products I liked or don't like. Thanks for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become the Wicked family, and it would be great to see you in the next video.